Can you hear that? It's about 36 hours after I pitched the yeast. This is the white wine easy recipe. You see it's on the heater tray. And we've got a really nice, vigorous fermentation going on. Man, I love that sound. Anyway, just wanted to update you with that. So I'm really happy we've got a nice fermentation going on. So what I'm going to do now basically is just let that ferment right out. So basically, what that means is when there's no more bubbles coming through the airlock, that will suggest fermentation is complete, all the sugar has been used up by the yeast. What we'll do then is take another sample and take the specific gravity reading again, which should have fallen to around 990. And if you recall at the start it was 1082. Okay, that's it, so I'll update again when we get to that point. So, see you later. There's an update on the wine. So, simple white wine recipe. You can see, can you see that? There's the water there in the airlock to that point there. There's been no activity. I've just been watching it for 2 or 3 minutes and it's there's no activity, there's no bubbles coming through, so that's kind of a good indication that fermentation must be near an end. So what I'm going to do is get my hydrometer and sample jar and we'll take another gravity reading, and if it's somewhere between 995 and 990, that's exactly where I want it to be. It's perfect. So I'll bring you back shortly and we'll see what the gravity is. Right guys, here we go. Can you see that? It's just on about 990, which is perfect. That's exactly where we want it, really. So that'll be a dry white wine. It is possible to back sweeten it, but you'd have to use a non-fermentable sugar. Anyhow, what we're going to do now, fermentation is complete, so that's only taken about 10 days I think. So what we're going to do now is, obviously I'll pour that bit back into the fermenter. I'm going to put 5 more Camden tablets in, crushed, and stir those in, and then we're going to use the wine whip to degas at the same time, and then hopefully that'll start the clearing process. So I'll bring you back and show you what we're going to do then. Rightio, so just using some Camden tablets here. I've got 5, that is 1 tablet per gallon. And the simplest way I've found to crush them is just put them on a piece of paper and fold that in half, like so. Then just get an ordinary spoon like this and just rub it, press it down, and then sort of give it a rub like this. With the edge of the spoon. And hopefully, let's have a look. There you go. Let's put it just a bit there on that corner. Can you see that? Sorry about that. Sod's law, the battery went, didn't it? Anyway, can you see? So we've got a nice powder there. It's ground it up nicely. So all we need to do is dump that into the fermenting bin. and give it a stir around. I've got my long handle plastic spoon here, which I'm going to sanitise by pouring boiling water all over it. So I'll get that done, then I'll show you what we do about degassing, so I'll bring you back. Okay guys, so the crushed Camden tablets have gone in and I've given it a gentle stir around. Now though, we need to stir it really vigorously, a method known as, or a process known as degassing. And what I've got here is a little gadget called a wine whip. There's different types. This is the one that I'm using, and it just goes into my cordless drill. Put it, if I can get it, put it into the chuck like that. Just tighten it up, and then right. So what I'm going to do is just, again, I'm sanitising this with boiling water, and then I'll show you what I do with it in there, yeah? So I'll bring you back in a tick. Okay, so all I'm going to do, I've sanitised the wine whip, so just put it in. It'll give it a really vigorous stir. We'll do this about a couple of minutes. You can do it with the long handle spoon, but it's quite tiring on your arm, so this is just an easier way of doing it really. Anyway, I'll bring you back, because I'm sure you don't want to watch me doing this for a couple of minutes, so I'll bring you back. Okay then, that's it. That's to look inside the fermenting bin there. So I did that for about 3 minutes. So that's the degassing done. We've added the Camden tablets. So all we do now is refit the lid. The power is off the heater tray because we don't want any more heat on now, there's no point. And I'm just going to leave that now about 24 hours. Hopefully it will start to clear, but I will be adding fine in, so I'll bring you back at that point when we're ready to do that.